Jennifer Lynn Marcum was born 15 June 1977. She attended Lanphier High School in Springfield, Illinois. She enjoyed shopping, dancing, and sports. Jennifer worked as a dancer at a strip club in Colorado. She also had experience working in the fast food industry. Jennifer was last seen on February 17, 2003 at the Denver airport. It is unclear if she ever took the flight out of the airport. Her 1999 Saturn car was found in the parking lot. Police believes that her disappearance might have something to do with her boyfriend, Stephen Ennis. At the time, Stephen was incarcerated in a federal detention center. Stephen was awaiting trial on charges of running a distribution ring for the drug ecstasy. Jennifer was an important witness in the case. Her parents describe her as a devoted parent who would never willingly leave her child abandoned. She has brown hair, blue eyes. Her height is 5 feet 6 inches and she weighed about 115 pounds. Angela Mae Meeker was born on the 9th of July, 1965. On July 7th, 1979, she went to the Tacoma Mall in Tacoma, Washington, to buy a birthday card for a friend. This was 2 days before her own 14th birthday. That night, she was seen at a party, but never returned home and hasn't been seen since. She has brown hair, hazel eyes, and a dark mole on the left side of her mouth. Her mom thought that Angela had ran away since she had a history of leaving home and also skipping school. She did not report Angela missing for 24 hours. The police also figured that Angela had ran away. It wasn't until 2 years after Angela went missing that she was formally listed as a missing person. You heard that right, 2 years. Her mother now believes she hitchhiked on the day of her disappearance and may have been attacked by whomever picked her up. Her case remains unsolved. This is a picture of what she might possibly look like today. She would be 54 years old. Mike McClain was a 29-year-old resident of Manchester, New Hampshire. On the night of April 21, 2019, he went to the Tropical Lounge nightclub in Nashua, New Hampshire with his friends. A female friend of Mike and another woman got into an altercation outside the club in the early morning hours. The police was even called. Mike was not a part of the initial altercation, but he did get involved to break it up. Thereafter, Mike got separated from his friends. This was around 1:45 a.m. For the next 45 minutes, his friends looked for him before going home. Sometime between 1:45 a.m. and 2 a.m., Michael called his boss saying that he was being followed and there were more than one. His boss tried to call him back, but he never answered. During this time, there were a few strange messages from his phone to his friends. It is unclear if he typed any of it, however. His phone was last pinged at a McDonald's on Hollis Street going east of where the Tropical Lounge was. The last known sighting of him was security cam footage of nearby condominium complex continuing east of McDonald's. There has been no activity on his social media or his credit cards. His mother was quoted as saying, "When you're a mom, your child is your whole world. And right now, my world is falling apart. But I gotta keep on for my daughter and for Mike. I'm holding on to my faith." Ilene Beth Misheloff was born on the 12th of March, 1975. She lived in Dublin, California. On January 30, 1989, at around 3 p.m., after school finished at Wells Intermediate School, she walked home. Ilene always took a shortcut home, going through a wide alley behind a shopping center. Ilene was carrying a dark blue backpack. The backpack was later found abandoned in the creek bed in John Nape Park. Ilene has never been seen again. Foul play is very much suspected, since her backpack was found at a place where the police already searched. The police initially believed Timothy Bintner was responsible for her disappearance. They also announced that he could possibly be connected to the disappearance of Michaela Garrick, Tara Cossie, and Amanda Campbell. The police first heard about Timothy after they started sending letters to young girls in the East Bay area. These letters or notes would be printed backwards, so it could only be deciphered when it is held up to a mirror. Timothy stated he only did this because the girls were lonely. He also visited the gravesite of Angela Bugay. She was a 5-year-old girl whose life was taken after she was abducted. As weird as this creep is, the police could never prove that he was involved in Ilene's disappearance. She was last seen wearing a charcoal grey pullover, a pink and charcoal grey skirt with horizontal stripes, black low-top sneakers, and 2 earrings in each ear. She was carrying a dark blue backpack and a black molded hard plastic flute case. Daniel Kublbock was born 27 August 1985 in Bavaria, West Germany. He was a pop singer and actor. His rise to fame started in 2002 when he placed third in a talent show called Deutschland sucht den Superstar. In 2004, Daniel was driving without a license and collided with a truck. He received €25,000 fine and had to do community service. Nevertheless, Daniel was very successful. He used the proceeds that he made from his album called Positive Energy and invested it all, making him millions. On 29th August 2018, he was traveling via cruise ship from Germany to New York. On the 9th of September, during the trip, he jumped into the water, never to be seen again. The Canadian Armed Forces was not able to find him. Daniel's ex-boyfriend told police that Daniel told him he wanted to run away and start a new life. Since it happened so recently, the police still have high hopes of finding Daniel. Jim Gray was born on January 12, 1944, in San Francisco, California. He worked as a software designer at companies such as IBM and Microsoft. Jim was also an experienced sailor and owned a 40-foot sailboat. On January 28, 2007, he went out for the day on his sailboat to scatter his mother's ashes. He never returned and hasn't been seen since. It was a clear day and no distress signal was received. The last part is strange because his boat has an automatic emergency position indicating radio beacon, which should have gone off if there was any trouble. They searched for him using planes, helicopters and boats. There was even an underwater search that was done with sophisticated technology. Unfortunately, to this day, the whereabouts of Jim Gray is still not known. The University of California, Berkeley, and Gray's family hosted a tribute on May 31, 2008. Microsoft's worldwide telescope software is dedicated to Gray. In 2008, Microsoft opened a research center in Madison, Wisconsin, named after Jim Gray.